Once upon a time, there was a world that was thriving with life. The sky was blue, the trees were green, and people were happy. However, things started to change as the years went by. Natural disasters became more frequent, and global warming was taking its toll on the planet. Governments were slow to act, and people began to lose hope. Then, one day, a massive asteroid struck the Earth. The impact was so strong that it caused a chain reaction of catastrophic events. Volcanoes erupted, earthquakes shook the ground, and tsunamis wiped out entire coastlines. The world was thrown into chaos, and people were left scrambling to survive. The governments that were still functioning tried to take control of the situation, but it was too late. The asteroid had caused irreparable damage to the planet, and the world as people knew it was gone forever. The skies were covered in a thick layer of ash and dust, making it difficult to see or breathe. Survivors had to navigate through the wreckage of their once beautiful world, scavenging for food and water. Society, as they knew it, had collapsed, and people had to form new communities to survive. However, these communities were not always peaceful, and conflict was rampant. As time went on, things only got worse. Diseases spread quickly through the weakened population, and many people died from sickness and starvation. The few remaining governments tried to help, but their resources were limited, and their efforts were often in vain. Eventually, people began to lose hope. They believed that the apocalypse was the end of the world, and that nothing could be done to save it. But they were wrong. Slowly but surely, nature began to heal itself. Plants started to grow again, and animals returned to the once barren land. The survivors began to see a glimmer of hope. They started to rebuild their communities, and as they did, they realized that they were not alone. There were other survivors out there, people who had managed to survive the apocalypse just like them. Years passed, and the world began to recover. The scars of the apocalypse were still visible, but people had learned to adapt to their new reality. They had become stronger, more resilient,